Hello. We are entering into the New Testament now. We're only going to read 2 books. And the reason for that is we're talking about the story of the Bible. And we've chosen Luke and Acts because they go together. You know, it's one book, one author writing to the same guy. And first he tells about Jesus, and then he tells about what happened after Jesus' ascension and how the church got started. Basically, other than the book of Revelation and possibly some of the apostles' writings like John, which could have occurred after the time of Acts. Acts covers all of the rest of the New Testament. Mostly you see it picking up on Paul and Paul's letters, but you can ping back and forth between Acts when Paul went to a particular city, and you can go to his epistles where he wrote to that city. And so in Luke and Acts, you have from the birth of Jesus all the way through the end of the story of the New Testament, with the possible exception of some of the very, very latest books that were written, and that would include the book of Revelation, which is not so much a narrative story like we're reading. So anyway, another thing I need to apologize for is that I did not look at the length of the chapters when I was setting up the readings. I was going basically with 3 chapters a day. Chapter 1 in Luke is really, really, really long. It covers a lot of stuff. And so I'm not going to try to retell you the story. You know most of this. You know that Luke is the one who gives us a story from Mary's perspective. He's the one that talks about the shepherds in the field. He's the one that gives us more of the background about John the Baptist and Zechariah and his wife Elizabeth. So as you're reading chapter 1, which is the longest of the 3 chapters, that's what that's going to cover. It's going to do all the setup. It's going to set up John the Baptist coming. It's going to set up the fact that his birth was a miraculous birth. Not the same as Jesus, but it was a miraculous birth nonetheless. He's going to set up the setting, the introduction of the angel to Mary, and the fact that she's going to be a mother even though she is still a virgin. It's going to then in chapter 2, it's going to talk about Jesus's actual birth, and then in chapter 3, it's going to, not his birth, both his birth. Going to the temple, make a note of the sacrifices that they offer when they take Jesus to the temple to dedicate him. They'd indicate just how poor Mary and Joseph really were. And then at the end of the chapter, it talks about boy Jesus at the temple, and he says, why are you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house? Even at a young age, he knew who he was. And then it ends with chapter 3, going into John the Baptist. John the Baptist is preparing a way, what his ministry is, the baptism of Jesus, and then a long genealogy. Note what's curious about this genealogy is it goes all the way back to Adam. It's not just the lineage of Jesus demonstrating that he is King of the Jews, that he's going to be the Messiah. It is Jesus demonstrating that he is for all of mankind. He goes not just back to the line of David. He goes all the way back to Adam. Hope you enjoy it. It's a long reading, but get a little bit easier tomorrow. Have a good day. God bless you.